Hi everyone, I'm going to be starting out tonight with the AMX 1390 here. Tonight I'm going to be streaming till 11 p.m. I'll be taking plenty of tank requests, so feel free to request away. And just like the last stream, I'm going to be mainly mixing in the AMX 1390 since I'm down to 70,000 experience left on this grind. Nice to see some of you guys are here already. Hopefully everyone had a good day today. Of course, I have one of the least favorite maps of mine when it comes to playing a light tank on. Alright. Especially given 1390 is not exactly the best at fighting in the hilly area over here. I'm not going to push the hill hard. I'm going to try to set up and get like a cheap shot or two and then reposition. Yeah, nice to see you, Floyd, Lobobo, Carl, Randall, and Juicy Fruit, and anyone else that's gonna pop in here during the mayhem that's probably going to ensue. See, are they gonna put anybody else? Ooh, are you really gonna do that, T-44? He is. I don't think that you wanted to do that. They still very much might win the hill. They've got another 3 tanks up there, and okay, we're gonna pile in. I guess I will help them. I don't necessarily want to do this, but if everyone else is gonna be piling in here, we might as well join in. I have a feeling that this TVP and or T-44, they're gonna screw up. There we go. Luckily I could bounce that. I'm just trying to get as easy of a shot as possible. Hello Gary and Jeffrey and Graham. Oopsie daisy, didn't even see you. Yeah, hopefully I'm not too tired here. I had a really long day when it came to work. Doing up a bunch of stuff for Thanksgiving. About 1,400 pounds of turkey. Oh lord. I'm gonna try to help you, FV207. I don't know if I'm gonna get there in time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. Woo, it's barely. Thank God, and I think the Borsig got him. I thought it might have been the Object 104 or 140, not 104. Bleh. Hello Goku, nice to see you. Alright. I don't think their RD is going to be aiming at me, so Levi's a little energetic right now. We gave him one of his toys. Or actually 2 of them, so he's a little bit happy, kind of running around. Which, the stream schedule, I'm going to be streaming this Sunday coming up. I still have to figure out next week's, in particular. I kind of think, I'm going to be able to stream, most likely Tuesday and Wednesday. I think Tuesday morning and Wednesday like early evening won't be as late, and possibly Monday as well. I just can't set anything in stone until Sunday coming up here. I've got HP, so I don't mind. I honestly don't mind pushing on a Scorpion G here. So far, pretty decent match. Got 4 kills, 2,200 damage. Which anyone who wanted to see a picture what I kind of went through today, I got one up on Discord. It's in the chef stuff section. Didn't get a picture of all of them since it is a little bit messy. But I got a picture of us doing up some of them. I think I'll pass on doing any more turkeys for another year. But thanks. I'm a little bit sore from doing all them, and also I had to put away about it was like 4 full orders of stuff, which it was a lot of crap I moved today. I'm pretty whooped physically. Alright, can somebody just kill him? He can't kill you in one shot. There we go. Wish I had my engine here. Come on, repair kit. Here we go, back to full speed. I like to get a little bit more damage here. No! No! Can I still shoot? I can't. Sad face. Well, I got a little bit greedy there. I was trying to like slide around the corner. I was not exactly that smooth doing that. Still that was a pretty good match. That was fun. Okay, M46 patent challenge. I'll do that. I'll play in a couple battles here. Let me get kind of going here. Got a mastery badge 2nd class though. Top damage in the match. Pretty good start here. So I'll do the Malshin T54, then I'll get to the M46 challenge, just so I can kind of get into hopefully a rhythm here. But yeah, essentially, as far as turkeys go, it took me a while because basically, you know, they're the same turkeys that you honestly get in a grocery store. They come packaged the same and whatnot. So I have a large, basically like a syringe basically, and I injected them with, it's like half butter, half chicken stock, like herbs and stuff I cooked down, ground up. We inject that into the turkeys under the skin, into the meat. We season them on the outside, you know, salt, pepper, herbs, and also stuff the center cavity with fresh herbs. So yeah, it's a bit of a process. It depends. We do about 15-pound ones. There's like 50 something of them, and then the remaining 30 or so are 24 to 26 pounds. I don't have Peyton the SU 12254. Sorry, I misread it, but I don't have that specific tank. You can pick a different one if you'd like. I do have a tank request list that's in my video description beneath this video here. It'll pop you over to WoTguru.com, and it has all the tanks I can play. Which you might notice there will be some announcements kind of popping up throughout the stream here from Levi. Today, I'm sure some of you guys have seen. Saw one of you guys post on Discord about it. Net neutrality is going to be going away, unfortunately, for those of us in the US come December 14th. Really, the only thing we can do as, you know, consumers, citizens, what have you, is, you know, contact the people that represent you. More or less what it's going to mean is, you know, unfortunately, imagine, you know, the internet right now, you pay a certain amount of money to get a certain connection speed, download, upload speed. Imagine that turning into your cable bill, where you have to pay for a certain amount of channels on top of that. That's what it's going to be kind of changing to where ISPs will be able to charge you to reach certain websites If you don't believe it, you can Google a little bit and actually see how things are run in Mexico. Almost the same ISPs there, as far as I believe a big one's AT&T, and there's no net neutrality there, and they actually charge. I don't know if it's all of Mexico, might just be parts, but there are packages where you have to pay to get to certain websites. But I'm not gonna rail on it about, you know, on and on the whole stream. Just mentioning it because it will pop up in little announcements here or there. The only thing it would mean as far as gamers and streamers go is most likely you're gonna have to pay more to be able to honestly play games, because with data caps becoming more a real thing, you know, if you download even just like 2 or 3 games a month, you can easily hit some of the data caps that they put in place. And for a streamer like me, I'm probably gonna have to shell out a lot more money, A, for unlimited data on the internet, and also to get, you know, whatever package that they rope in for people that need stable upload speeds. So yeah, it's kind of a, you know, annoyance, but yeah, it's just, I kind of knew it was coming. It hasn't been a big secret if you've kind of kept up on things, but here's the hoping it won't kill a lot of people that stream. I feel like people that stream primarily for fun and might just be getting into it, especially younger people, are definitely going to be hit the hardest. Hello, Super Cat. Nice to see you. And Dingo. Nice to see you as well. I should be a pirate. So far so good in the Malshin here. Pretty much just drive forward. Don't let them shoot your sides too much, and unless, you know, the enemy team outplays you with mobility, it's really hard to you know, kind of counter a Malshin. Just with the amount of HP, armor, and the high alpha it has. I might be in some trouble here actually if we don't get this tortoise out. I'm actually going to swap over to HE in case I... Nope, did not miss him. Don't need HE now. Just because he could kill the 2 other guys with me here. Well, yeah, you know, the last thing I'll say about, you know, net neutrality is, in these announcements, there's 2 different websites that are very useful. One's Battle for the Net, I believe .net or .com, one of them, or .org. And the other one is actually called resistbot.io. That one specifically, barring the name, it's just a free-to-use website and bot that basically puts you in touch via... It'll automatically what you type. You do have to figure out what representative, you know, is yours essentially. It'll ask you to input, you know, a couple little things to figure out where you're at. But you can actually send a message through that. It'll do it for you, and it will fax your senators, your representatives, and stuff. It's actually pretty useful, you know, even outside of, say, net neutrality and other issues right now. But pretty good match. I'm not even gonna bother going after the Indian Panzer. I got 3k damage. I'm definitely happy here. Floyd, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. So I would assume no. As far as cable goes, it's strictly this is strictly basically repealing rules for the internet. Okay, Lorraine 40T, I can do that instead, since I don't have the SU for you. Alright, so another Master Bass second class. Got a steel wall award. Pretty nice here. Why don't I'll do the M46 challenge now. I don't push it off too far. As far as what I'm going to have to do here, I gotta get to what, 3,400 damage, assist, and blocked, all combined here. Okay, I'll type the sites in here because as far as, you know, I have them set up for announcements, but you know, it might take a little bit of time for them to pop up. The first one's this. The second one, which is honestly I think a awesome idea. The resist one's the second one there. Granted, you know, it does, you know, the resist bot, it does require you to have Facebook, it looks like. I don't know if there's another way around it, but nonetheless, you know, the first one will definitely help with those that can't utilize the second link. But it's just one thing where, you know, if you go into internet today on a lot of places, it's what you see, you know, the big news about it. But the kicker that I don't think a lot of people understand is even just playing a, say, person that just plays World of Tanks here, doesn't make videos, doesn't stream, just plays a video game, it's ultimately going to end up affecting you as well. Because in the grand scheme of things, you are, you know, look at it in a form of like a cable package. You're not just the basic like 3, 6, and 10 user. You're the person essentially getting like a premium package in the eyes of, you know, a company, you know, an internet service provider. So at the end of the day, even if you just say play one video game or something, or even multiple ones, don't make videos, don't stream, it's still going to end up affecting you due to, you know, you're still at the essentially top tier in a way in World of Tanks terms as far as users go. But ooh, can't wait until they come out with the next patch when they get rid of that Udez spot there. I hate frickin' Swedish TDs that can get up in this area, especially because I didn't take a look at him close enough. Alright, this Patriot, I have a feeling, never mind, I'm like, he's gonna push. No, he's not. Thank you, 183. I see the Panther 2 request up there. If you request a tank and it's, you know, more or less right before I hop into a battle or during a battle, wait until after the battle and, you know, it'll show up on the list. It doesn't automatically put it up on the screen here. It just stickies it to my chatbot application on my other second screen here. Be a slippery slope, you know, if it added whatever someone typed automatically. I could set it up to do that, but I don't want to do that. That's very abusable. Still got a ways to go. Dude, stop freaking pinging. Like, we are, or at least I'm doing a pretty good job here, but yeah, we're actually doing a pretty decent job. And the 183 is not even over here, which is the kicker. HE shell, 435 damage in the butt. Even though I was looking to shoot the T-34, I saw the AMX there to where I knew I could have popped him as well. I should be fine pushing across here. There's you know, there's way too much going on, and there's no arty for them to actually be aiming both my direction and towards the 9 line. So while this is pretty risky, at the same time it's not as risky as you might think, just given the team makeups. But our team, we're up by 10 tanks. Thank you very much for the challenge as well, but I just inched past it here. Wasn't as easy as you made it out to be as far as a breeze, but thank you very much though for the challenge, Dana. But one of the little lesser known parts of the next patch, 9.21, is them removing a lot more mountain goat spots. Good for you, T22. Flip him. Flip him. But keep him... Ah. I was like, keep him on the side so I could shoot him. Don't think you're gonna last. Oh, awesome. Well, at least I tracked him, but... So I ended up with 3,653 damage and 1,513 assists. So, pretty far past the challenge level. Again, thank you very much for the challenge, Dana. That was a fun one there. Which you know, typically I would platoon at some point during this week. However, you know, I'm just gonna be soloing since I can't stream as much this week. If anyone was wondering, I'm gonna, you know, I got another second class here. That's 3 in a row. Also Confederate award. But yeah, a pretty good match there. I can add a Type 5 Furman. Which, thank you very much, Gamerman, for the subscription. And Fosh Jr. as well. But yeah, all right here. I got a little lost for a second. I'm like, where do I go? P54 is up next, and then I'm gonna pop into the AMX 1390. I need my coffee to kick in here. Honestly. Luckily, Levi has kind of calmed down a little bit. But as far as next week's streaming schedule, it is going to be, you know, a little bit different. Like I kind of have one in my video description. I kind of had one as the thumbnail for the stream. Really, nothing's really set in stone. All I can say is that come, you know, after today, my next scheduled stream, I won't be able to stream tomorrow, unfortunately. I thought I might be able to, but I can't. I'll be at work for most of the day. My next scheduled stream will be this Sunday coming up. Since, you know, it's Thanksgiving, I won't be able to stream before then. Most likely I'll be streaming at some point the following, you know, I'm streaming Sunday. It'll probably be Monday, Tuesday, and at some point, and then Wednesday evening. No definite dates as of right now. I will definitely know by Sunday's stream, of course, and get something kind of set in stone. It's just next week, also basically come Wednesday, I'm working Wednesday through Sunday next week, so awesome. At least the KB-13 is, oh lord. Oh lord, we actually, oh my god. This is not good for me. We didn't have anyone. I'm just, I know I'm gonna die. I'm just screwing over the T-34-3, but unfortunately, like, I did get them to stop a little bit. I didn't get much assist damage out of that, but typically you have a couple people, you know, head up here. our heavies push the town hard, which honestly, good luck to them at this point, because I like pushing the town. However, if you don't have the center plus the hill, you're pretty screwed when it comes down to it. But I was going into the hill looking to push in and remain safe. Once I saw though that we're gonna get freaking screwed over regardless, I kind of switched to, it doesn't always work, it's kind of like kind of my backup plan here. I just try to block people when they get nailed coming up this way because it slows them down. It didn't really work out too well there, but yeah. Unfortunately, Menz is not exactly the best map sometimes for higher tiers. But nonetheless, it was an action-packed 30 seconds of me living there. Thank you for tipping, Levi. And thank you very much, Fosh Jr. for the subscription. I typically, I platoon with anybody as long as you're on the same server as I am and I'm platooning that day. How I do platoons on a stream is, all you do, you message me in game and I'll fit you into a platoon as soon as I can. Helps if you have every tier, but otherwise, I'll definitely try to fit you in as many battles as possible. Today, I'm just soloing since this week I'm not able to stream as much, but I don't discriminate as far as who I platoon with, honestly. As long as you're not a troll. That's really the only, the only rule is I won't platoon with people that, piss other people off, team kill people, stuff like that. I very rarely scout, but I'm mainly looking to spot people over here. There we go. Not that there's a lot of people to shoot them. Our team dove towards the town quickly, which, it's all fine and dandy with me. I'm honestly not looking to stay out here in the least bit. Not really useful, honestly. Like, yes, scouting is important, but I don't find it all that useful to get stuck way out in the field here in a tank with no armor and only a Panther 8.8 behind me. Nah, I'm not gonna waste my time. If they can kill that T-54, I'll kind of revisit things, but I'd much rather help them out in the town. Hello, Poser. And Jabbo, nice to see you. But yeah, I have a Panther 2 request up there. If you want me to play it double, I will, gladly do that, or you can pick a different tank. Okay, a T-49. Hello, Andrew, nice to see you. Yeah, my streaming schedule is different for this week and also next week. Just a couple minutes ago, I kind of went over that to where I won't be streaming after today until Sunday with Thanksgiving here. And then next week, I don't have a set schedule yet, but it'll be Sunday night definitely. And then I'm not sure the times yet, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just they're my last 2 full weeks at work for the season. So it's just a little bit different for us here. It's Thanksgiving and basically Christmas the week after, so we have quite a few things going on before we close up. Someone's a little needy dog tonight, and I don't think he wants to keep pushing his luck here. He was just for about 45 minutes before I start streaming here. He was begging hard. And not even just begging and not getting anything. He was doing it to be annoying. Right, that hurt, but I don't think this guy moves, so I'll get some damage off while I can. Crap, even though I get shot up. I would have killed him had I not shot that blockade. Do you mean a link to the turkey pictures? There's one on Discord, if you're interested. If, you know, a couple of you guys don't have Discord and want to see it, I can pop it up on the stream. It'll take me, you know, about a minute or so to get that set up. Come on, you're gonna shoot me. I'm hoping I can get back here before... Yep, I know I was at least gonna take one shot. I was hoping no more, though. I'll actually start reloading. Hi, little dog. I know, you are really needy right now. I'm pretty sure Master and the Tortoise... Someone I know. Waiting for my team to push up here. We're only up by 6 tanks. I have a feeling this T-57 is going to get me. Whoop, or the... Oh lord, I'm very grateful that you have bad reflexes like I do. That's something that I would do. Okay, the charioteer's up there, but there's also a tank back this way. If I can spot a Scorpion G, he should be somewhere around the base or in the field. I'll have more people to shoot him. This is looking to get a little bit more assist damage. Hopefully I can be the first to spot him, but if he's where they said they are, or he is, I probably won't get to him first. You haven't been able to get on Discord. Why is that? I think you have a couple names on there. Here we go. Which tank would you like, Labobo, for the challenge? Thanks for tipping Levi, Andrew. So we got a Master 3rd class here. Heel dog. Yeah, our IS-7s, they did a pretty good job together. And our meal too. I'm glad I could help them out a little bit. But let me queue up the Lorraine 40T and try to get this image up really quick for those that are interested. Okay, a PZ7 challenge. I just need to... Where is it? It's somewhere here. I only got really this one image of today at work since it was a little bit messy doing, you know, all these turkeys. All right. That's going to be a little bit of a shock. I had to shrink it a lot because my phone shoots a super high resolution. Uh-oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll show a little bit more of it after the battle here, but that's the assembly line of turkeys that we have going. There's about 80 total I had to do. I did about 12 the other day because we had to cook them down, break them down for like a la carte service. Thanks, Graham, for the link too. I'll get to the PZ7 challenge after this. But for anyone new to the stream, I'm a sous chef for Thanksgiving, which is why I'm not able to stream after today until Sunday. We do about 400 people for Thanksgiving dinner. So yeah, I had to do a lot of work today as far as turkeys go. I do the turkeys every year to wear them. Fortunately, I had extra helpers, 3 of us doing them today. I had to do it all. I try to set up behind here so when I fire I shouldn't be seen unless somebody sets up behind me, and We're off to the side, but with how far back they were, I should not be spotted. Unless I fire. The T-54 pushed up now, unfortunately for me. Yeah, he got me there. I'm doing alright, Goku. If you asked how old I am 27, I think. Oh, code? Huh. That's strange. Do you not have an email? I was gonna say, if you make a new name and you can fix it that way, I can just, you know, I can give you permissions and stuff. I think it does try to verify that you actually have a real email account, because part of the reason, you know, that I even have public channels and member channels is Discord in the past, you know, people can spam and troll the hell out of your channel very easily, you know, by joining a bunch of fake names and just spamming a ton of links to like fishy, you know, bad stuff for your PC. So that's why I kind of have it set up to where I can control that a little bit to prevent that from happening. Yep, I see the T-44 there. I'm hoping he's kind of dealt with before I need to do anything, but I guess I'll take a crack at him. Ah, crap, I missed the T-54 lightweight. I would say we should be fine to help them from here. His WZ-120 shouldn't be able to kill us without exposing his lower plate. Yeah, unfortunately, I should have kept my shell. Hello, Low-Key. Nice to see you. Alright, this is a little bit of a risk because I am not loaded here, but should be able to pump off all four of these shots. Don't... their Primo moved up, but at least I got the WZ-120 out. Very nice. I was banking on one, if not both, of their SPGs being a little bit preoccupied, since they had our base spotted at the time. We don't have any feathers or anything on our turkeys. They're, you know, they're pretty much the same what you would buy in the grocery store, but I've never had that problem. But the process I do them, it takes, you know, injecting them with stuff and seasoning and stuffing them with herbs takes a little bit of time. Mainly waiting for this guy the T10 to decide that he wants to. Right now, Artie will deal more damage than just popping over and taking a shot at the Primo. And he let the Lorraine get up here as well. Like, I want to push. The Primo can actually hit me here. Alright, that was weird. My sound just popped. I think that was something with the game. But awesome, ammo rack. It's actually more dangerous for him to, you know, sit there and wait than to just push over. You can see messages but can't type in Discord. Let me, I'll take a look at it, Dana. Hello, dog. You really need to stop this begging, dude. No. I feel like I need to, oh lord, retrain him a little bit. Oh my god, how did I miss both of those? That was on me. I 150% screwed that up. And yeah, this is gonna go over well. I'm just gonna hope this guy doesn't one-shot me, but he's gonna one-shot me. And unfortunately, that kind of screwed things up for my team a bit. I was trying to push harder because we lost the Peninsula, but missing the 13-105 and ISU coming back, that was not exactly in the plans. Oh well, did 2200 damage, but that might have screwed my team over a little bit at the end of the day. I think the reason you might not be able to post, Dana, if you're on Discord right now is it's not showing, you know, it doesn't look like you're logged in unless you have a different username. But let me get to the next battle here. Hopefully these guys win this one. Hey, little bud. I could have Ryan let him out. I don't think he needs to go out, but who knows, you may be right there. I think he's nudging me with his nose, which he does when he wants he usually nudges me with his nose when he wants one of these things. Thank you very much, Graham. Hope that you have a great Thanksgiving as well. As far as anyone that wants to eat Thanksgiving at our restaurant, typically you need to make reservations at least a month in advance. Usually we get the same people every single year, so it fills up very quickly. Hello, Zachary. Nice to see you. Yeah, hopefully everyone, Graham and everyone else, you know, whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, hopefully you have a very nice week here. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, at the very least, there's some pretty good World of Tanks specials going on, but, you know, it's a time to kind of enjoy a nice gluttonous meal with your family. How did I not damage him? I know the answer to that when I say that. I shot him beneath the tracks. Or not beneath the tracks, but beneath his hull on the tracks. I have a very strong feeling that JPZ 100 has a heat shell loaded, which I guess stuck myself out too far. This person's pinging the map a little bit too much as well. It pulls my eyes towards there. But I'll just set up here. I'm not able to tank a JPZ shot now, so I'll go with the backup plan when it comes to thanks with the armor. Granted, very easy just for them to spam heat at me as well, which is exactly what they're doing.
No, go lay down.
Come on. Ah, I missed him. Alright. I don't think this is going to go too well for me. At least we have the field, but it doesn't matter too much when I have a T-62A chucking heat at me. He can pretty much pen me every time. The TVP decides to shoot premium at me, I'm kind of done for. I can't kill him before he's able to kill me. Hello Gary, nice to see you. See ya if you gotta go, or hello. Hello nice guy. These guys are tucked in here pretty freaking far. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this challenge, but looking to not die for no reason right now, but may not like the outcome here. There we go. Kind of waiting for. Awesome. I'm definitely not going to be able to get to, you know, 2.5 times the HP here, but oh, awesome. Why don't you chuck some more premium rounds right through my frickin' armor? That wasn't even angled there, and he was just punching right through the frickin'. He was just punching right through the lower plate from where he was aiming at. Anyway, congrats on winning the challenge, Labobo. Now you're gonna have 2 names up there on the sponsor and challenge wall. But yeah, that's around with the PZ7. It's not to say it's bad, but the mouse is definitely better than it, given that, you know, the PZ7's armor is good frontally, but it's not like the mouse where you can angle it just, you know, about 10-15 degrees more without exposing your sides to being pinned on the mouse. The PZ7, you'll get just pinned through the side very easily, to where, you know, you can't negate heat rounds. Specifically, APCR you can bounce, but yeah, unfortunately, when someone starts chucking heat at you in a tier 10 in a PZ7, usually it's game over. Sometimes you get lucky at longer ranges where it's harder to hit your lower plate, but yeah, unfortunately, pretty much every single shot that damaged me was a heat shell. E100 shot heat, T62A, and also the TVP already only did minimum damage to me. But it happens. Thanks for tipping Levi, Floyd. Ryan gave him a little treat there. Yeah. Levi's up the retreat so far, and I'm 1-1 when it comes to challenges. Feel free to keep requesting tanks though. I have plenty of time to get to them. Even if you already requested one, if I got through it, feel free to request another. Alright, you need to go lay down. No. I'll probably say, you know, at some point here soon, I'm gonna take tipping Levi off the table, only because he's getting a little bit too. He thinks that, you know, every time he walks up to me and puts his head on my lap, that he gets a treat, and that's, you know, it's starting to bleed over to not just streams. So I might switch this up a little bit. I know you know, I'd like the option for you guys to tip him. I'm just thinking of a way to switch it around just a little bit so he gets not used to it, and then I'll, you know, kind of switch it back and forth here or there. Yep, he just penned me with that, and the TVP killed me. That's what I get. That was a really bad pick on Levi's part, but honestly, I was too busy talking, you know, and not playing there. So, stop doing that. Panther 2 now. So far, I've been playing pretty good, but I need to get, you know, not sidetracked a little bit sometimes. But I do that to myself. So, Panther 2 here. We got a tier 9 match. So, kind of looking at what they have on their team versus ours. More or less, I'm going to play on this side, because more likely than not, both of these TDs are going to set up over here. All their tier 8 heavies are probably going to head over this way, which leaves, you know, a fair bit of mediums that I have to deal with. However, our team should have enough people over here to where we can win this side. Sorry, Master. I'm only platooning. or sorry, only soloing today. It's probably, I'm just going to be soloing for the next, you know, a little over a week here, because I'm not going to be able to stream until Sunday this week, and I'm only going to be able to stream Sunday through Wednesday next week. I'm just back to crappy work schedules this week and next week. Thanks for purchasing Ultimate Challenge there, Randall. Hello, Matthew. I can give him scratches, yes. I try to do that when you guys see me look back. I typically scratch him. Usually he's laying, he's not on his dog bed a lot of times. He's basically right next to my computer chair here. But he's actually, it's been about a month of him doing this. Every single time we like get up, even if we're not near like the computer room here, he'll run into the computer room and stand here thinking that he gets, you know, a treat. It's really cute, but yeah, it's definitely not a habit that I want to stick around. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk and push through here. I shouldn't die. I might get hit by, you know, something, but to get us up here a little bit further. He did get a little bit of revenge there, since that was his request. Alright, if he's using standard, he should... he's gonna shoot someone else, that's fine with me. Trying not to shoot my LTTB, which for whatever reason decided it was a good idea to ram a T-54. Hey, all he had to do was go left and right, avoid him, and he would have survived that very easily. Alright, so their arty's actually here. Hot shot. I was looking to get on this side over here. Okay, they're already decided to drown themselves. They probably would have gotten another shot off there, to be honest, given where we were at. Yeah, to each their own. P95 in the center. This T-54 lightweight credit, he is doing a awesome job at not letting me shoot him. Whether or not he actually means to do that is another thing, but come on, accuracy, you can do it. Right now we have a problem with, you know, we're only down by one tank, but the way our team's set up, we're not set up very well to stop their push, and we're not set up very well to push their base. Like, I can take shots off of here pretty well at them moving up, but hitting them is another question. I did not lead him nearly enough as I should have. But the shots that I'm able to take on them here aren't actually that useful. You know, I'm more or less hitting things that have a lot of HP, not really going to influence the match a lot right now. Even though if we can get this 704 out, that would be awesome. And I'm going to turn my attention hopefully back to... Whoops, holy crap, there's a... He decided to push all the way over here, the E95. I'm actually going to ignore him for now. Sounds a little bit strange, but I'm hoping this KV5 isn't able to hit me. And I'm gonna pop down and run away from this T-95. He just took... Whoop, no, he did not take a shot. That was somebody else. Given the T-95 speed now, he got me. Things a lot faster. Honestly, I like playing it, but I still think it needs a little speed nerf. Hello, Biop. Nice to see you over on Twitch. Hopefully you're having a good day today. I try not to, you know, rage and whatnot too much. Alrighty then, but unfortunately, you know, the T-95, I wish I could have done something about him. Had I tried to pop over to shoot him before the FCM died, it wasn't going to work out. It's just, you know, our team at the end of the day, they won this flank and push, but unfortunately we weren't able to get a lot of damage on them while they were pushing through here. We were already kind of falling back a little bit too far and weren't able to really stop them. My night's going pretty well. Can't complain. Thank you very much, Pico, for the subscription. So I have an ultimate challenge here that Randall, I believe it was Randall, yes, Randall purchased. So I get to pick any tank in my garage, and I've got to do 3 times the HP total in damage, assist, and blocked, all combined. But yeah, unfortunately, defeat here in the Panther 2. I probably should have just stayed and waited for the end screen, but top 3 damage. I should have dealt more, but I screwed up that last little positioning. Alright, so I don't want to keep picking, say, like the IS-7 or T110E3, what have you. Try to pick something a little... Why don't I do the T62A here for the challenge. I haven't played the T62A, I think, outside of maybe like one battle here or there in quite some time. I've got to get to 5,850 damage, assist, and blocked all combined together for this one here. We got Fjords. Awesome. Lead not. Good for me. It's just Fjords is like, they are reworking this map pretty significantly. Primarily they're making this little mountain range smaller. It's going to be a little bit larger than this area or this one over here, but it's going to expand the center area here and make it a little bit more fair for the this side pushing up in this area, to where you're just not stuck up there. The other side has a lot more opportunities to kind of push and move around in. I think I'm gonna head north, but I'm not particularly happy with the map I got here. Hello, Kevin. Was that you over on Twitch? I was gonna say, I have both chats. I have both chats up here to where, you know, whether you watch on YouTube, Twitch, or even if you just, you know, type on Discord and you're not watching, I'll have all 3 up. I can add the IS-4 onto the request list, Lone Wolf. Please try to use the commando ! Request and type a tank name after it. I'm not too happy with this map, just because, you know, being a medium, I hate playing mediums on this map, honestly, because, you know, while it's not the typical, you know, just brawling map, that's really the only true play style that works too well on this map, because flanking is kind of out of the picture, especially if you're playing from this side. Like, unfortunately, I'm just gonna run away here because, you know, we're basically outmatched, not only just numerically, but also, you know, there's a T110E4, a Super Conqueror. You really should run away. But if you want to stay there, you're honestly, you're just gonna die. But is this the sad thing? I can't even. Probably gonna regret. Nope, I gotta run away. It's just there's literally no cover for me until I get back to the base. Just STV1, you had your chance to run away, dude. It's your fault for staying there. Like, can't blame anybody but yourself. Like, honestly, this is one of the harder maps to win every single flank, or at least hold every single flank. You need to honestly go to where you can win, but unfortunately, like, if I went south to help my team there, they're all stuck there because, you know, they went to literally the smallest chokehold, which it's not necessarily their fault. That's part of the flaw of Fjords is, you know, it's just 3 gigantic chokeholds, and pretty much your team has equal opportunity in the center as far as the E line and like E6, E7. This side I feel like has a slightly better chance at defending and or pushing the southern side, but you unfortunately have a worse time attacking and holding the northern flank. So, you know, it's really just figuring out what's going to work out best for your team and actually capitalizing on it, but actually doing that is another thing. Typically your team ends up just, you know, folding like we are now. You're not able to push the south because it's hard to push the south. And then you lose everything else and you're kind of stuck with nothing. But unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, but I'm just failing to see how I could have done anything differently. Change the outcome for this one. Definitely could have done more damage. I'll definitely say that. But yeah, at this point we're just screwed. I'm nowhere near even hoping to do this challenge, honestly. I kind of wrote that off after, you know, we pretty much lost the northern flank without being able to contend for it. Oh, why IS4? Why'd you come back? Yeah, I can't damage him with him side scraping like that. Oh well. Lost this one by a mile. Congratulations, Randall, on winning the challenge. But that sucks. Honestly, you know, challenges, I love doing them, but when I get thank you for the subscription as well. When I get basically, you know, matches like that to where it's kind of over and there's no hope, you know, it just, those matches annoy me, you know, because it's not fun, you know, either watching them, and it's not fun on my end trying to make something happen when nothing's there. Thank you very much, Benjamin, for the subscription. I haven't done that for anybody yet this stream, Labobo. I'll you guys crushed us pretty damn good there, Lemming. It's a good game. I was trying to run around like, what can I do? But well played, I'll say that. I was like trying to backpedal. There is nowhere to run to. No, it's all good, Labobo. If I get a moment, you know, in between battles or something, I will, you know, I'll try to do all three of them. Fosh, as far as, you know, letting chat call for me, it's not necessarily in the books or, you know, even possible, just because there's about, the way I run the stream, I don't run it in, you know, low latency mode to where it's pretty much a 5-second delay if I do that between me and you guys. I run it with a little bit better quality and to where there's about 30-35 seconds in between me and the stream, so it's a little bit hard to do that. 121's gonna pop out, but my lovely ally has decided to roll right in front of me, and he is now dead. Yep. Very fitting name. His name has error in it. I'm not really liking you know, being in a type 5. I'd rather be a little bit in a different spot right now, but I'll have to make this work right now. It's just our flank over here. We're gonna get, we have a mouse in the 3 line for some reason, but right now, you know, having the HE gun here, I'm not really able to do all that much. I should have shot him in the engine deck, but hey, if our mouse can, he has like no HP left, but I'm just hoping that something changes here. It's not looking great for us. Okay. Honestly, I want to try to splash him down here, but I probably should just take safer shots on something with a little bit less armor going for it. Oh lord, there's BPZ 100. Don't pull out there, E3. No. Yeah, this is gonna go over about as well as it looks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's like at least 7, maybe 8 tanks around me right now. So, who's gonna kill me? That is the $1,000,000 question right now. I'm really hoping he didn't fall over. Like, I'm really hoping that, you know, he falls off the cliff there. I don't think I'm even, I'm not even gonna be able to reload here. That didn't exactly work out too well. All right. But let me, I'll do a raffle in a second here. Let me finish the challenges as far as Levi biscuits go here. Go, that should be set up here in 1 second, guys. My next tank up is going to be the T-49 light tank, though. The winner is gonna get 800 Levi biscuits here. But yeah, this one. This one wasn't even close. All right. Hello, B-Mabs. Nice to see you. All right, so T49 light, and I'll play T110E3. I'm gonna hop into the 1390 after that before getting to the next request.
Hey guys, it's Humming Rush. Battle.
Ah, I was trying to see if you're live. Everyone knows who I was going to look for. If you're still here, Lemming Rush, thanks for popping by. I was gonna say I was actually watching. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. Your live stream, or no? I think it was last Friday or something. Unfortunately, you're not live. But thank you very much again for the tip, Dana. I'll take a look into that after the stream here. Alright. T49, I'm going to try to spot this. Do I want to spot the center? No. I'm gonna try to get shots off of here with where the T-54 is going. I should be able to shoot something this way. Honestly, you know, this is one of the maps where I always pick the wrong spot to go. I'll admit it. Hopefully my T-54 spots a little bit. Okay. Here's my one little cheapy shot, but I'm not going to stick around. Oh, Lord. Oh, why did I do that? I'm not going to stick around long. It's just there's no arty. That's one of the reasons I actually popped out there to shoot, because likelihood of an enemy actually hitting me there was pretty low with where I was set up behind a rock. If there was an SPG, though, I probably wouldn't have done that. Alright, they are pushing this side. So I am going to get out of here. We actually have a lot of people over here, directly behind me, and also, you know, we have 3 people kind of in the 1-2 line, but I'm not really sure what I want to do right now. Again, this is probably one of the, you know, I like this map, but I'll admit I play this pretty poor, especially when it comes to lights. It's something about it that I really struggle on this one. Everyone has their maps. I've kind of overcome my Live Oaks deficiency, but it seems like this one has kind of taken its place. I'm waiting to see. There's an M46 KR. Thank God. I'm not able to push out now. It's just there's way too enemies kind of looking at me here. I'll switch to overlay after this. It's been a while since we've had a color change here. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of wait and see, but if I can get a shot on him, I'll take it, but the accuracy isn't always their most reliable thing on a light tank here. Not just a T-49, but lights in general. Yeah, like I like spotting on this map. It's just, you know, being in a T-49 here, I kind of expect myself to do some damage. but I always get myself into trouble. Specifically from this side. Like, I play it a little bit better coming from the north, but specifically from this side of light, or even like a medium tank, I tend not to hold on to my HP very well. But it's just one of those things where, yeah, I started working on a map strategy for Klondike. I'm still kind of waiting to see the finalized versions of the HD maps that Wargaming has coming out in the semi-near future. Not soon enough though, before kind of revisiting other map strategies, but this one's going to be high up on my list to do, since a lot of the times the order that I do them in, it's kind of the order that, you know, I kind of need to touch up a little bit myself. While a lot of my guides and stuff on WoT Guru, you know, it's for helping people learn about the game, it's also, you know, it's a pretty good experience for me too, because I'll often tackle stuff that, you know, I kind of need to work on a little bit myself. Congratulations, Victor, on winning the raffle. The Pershing wasn't really set up for me to hit him. I don't want to pop out from behind these trees. He can't one-shot me, but I'll see if I can, because they shouldn't be over this hill to where they can shoot me on this side, but I'll double check before I go. Holy crap, the Pershing actually, he pushed up there for some reason. That's the outcome that I was expecting that to have for him, but at least we got a nice clean win here. Alright, I thought he was gonna die, but I'll gladly take him out there. This T-44-100 seems to be following me. Okay, he's not aiming. Oopsie daisy. Pretty nice game though. You know, I struggled a little bit in the beginning, but kind of regrouping there. Ended up with 2200 damage, 1200 assist. Yes, B-Mavs. I'll pop up a picture here soon. And give you a look. Got a Confederate award. Yeah, ended up being pretty decent, but yeah, I'm always looking to improve something, and you know, unfortunately, if I had a little bit more HP there and didn't lose it in the beginning, I could have gotten a little bit more out of there. Get a little bit of color change here. But let me get the E3 queued up. But this is just a little image from earlier today. The turkey assembly line. We have about 80 turkeys we gotta cook. We do about 400 people come Thanksgiving. So it's fairly busy, yes. A little bit too busy sometimes. As far as the pricing goes, I am not the best the best to ask about that, unfortunately. I believe our a la carte, like the Tom turkey dish. You know, you get pretty much every single side plus turkey that you could imagine for Thanksgiving dinner on a plate, and then you get I believe salad and a dessert with that too. I believe that's about $32, I think, somewhere around there. But yeah, I unfortunately, when it comes to prices for, yeah, he threw HE at me. Say like the family style, because 300 of the 400 people that we're doing are family style. So pretty much give us a number, whether it's like 2 people or 30 people. You get, you know, full turkeys. All right, you're just gonna keep throwing heat at me, bastard. You get full turkeys, all the sides, you know, salads for apps, and you get your choice of dessert as well. But yeah, off the top of my head, I do not have that. Honestly, it's in a packet sitting on my kitchen table, but yeah. As far as leftovers go, like if you get the family style meal, which, you know, 300 out of 400 people do, any leftovers you want, whether it's like mashed potatoes or whatnot, or your turkey, if you want the whole turkey, you can have it. We package it up, wrap it up for you. If you don't want to take it at the time, you can come back, you know, up until this Sunday and grab it, and we keep it for you. As far as leftovers go, we typically don't have a ton. We usually sell through whatever we have left over by you know, Sunday after Thanksgiving here. We usually only cook like 2 or 3 extra turkeys. But it's one of the few days where outside of Thanksgiving dinner we're actually not open, and you know, reservations are pretty much required. If you don't have one, you either eat at the bar, and if there's no room at the bar, which that typically runs out, then you unfortunately can't eat. Kind of stinks, but right now my team is not doing me a favor right now. Nobody is picking up this PZ-58. I can one-shot him, but unfortunately for me, there's 3 tanks behind me now because I had to turn around. Excuse me, that can hit me. I don't want to be stuck here. But it's looking more and more like I'm not going to get help by our Artie, nor am I going to get help by the Patriot or the Ferdinand. Ferdinand decided to push up, which could help me. If he can guarantee this M41, I'll go for it. Let's say if he can guarantee the M41 or the grill doesn't pop out from that corner, I'll gladly push on this PZ-58. The grill, I can't get hit by him anymore. Just pushing on this guy. Ah, I missed him. I did rush that a little bit. I didn't want to do this only because I know that he can just run away from me. And if he kills this Ferdinand, he's going to be able to flank me. It kind of sucks because right now I'm taken out of the fight. This Bat Chat 25/8P is coming up, which is doubly not good for me. Or this Ferdinand. Come on, dude. Just a little bit more. But now I'm in a real pickle. Never get yourself alone in a T110E3. And it's exactly what I did. Thank you, Artie. At least I have an Artie friend here. Trying to get a little bit of distance on me. Or between me and them. That actually helps me out quite a bit. well, he's gonna flip himself back over, but unfortunately for him, I can't get one shot by the PZ-58, and played right into there. Thank you very much, Artie. That helps out quite a bit. But yeah, I don't use any mods, like Graham says. I have thought about, I might add on one that does work in the garage, as far as showing where you got shot, the most recent battle. Nicely played, M41. Unfortunately, I wouldn't even caught that had I was paying attention. I kind of looked away though. I really screwed that up, but he would have got me regardless, because I was still going to head this way, and by the time that he showed up, I wouldn't have been able to turn anyway. But yeah, I was trying to push back because I'd be able to get back to a Patriot, which he just crumbled, and we really needed to regroup here because, you know, with their 4 tanks, and technically we had 4, but the SPG, albeit they were doing a very good job, yeah, but their Bulldog, you know, he has 6 kills. He was very good at finishing off tanks, it seems like. You know, unfortunately though, I was stuck freaking trying to round up stragglers, since, you know, I could have pushed towards the south earlier. I probably should have, but had I done that, we literally had a 100 HP, you know, Patriot there to hold our flank up, and the Ferdinand that ended up dying. So it was like a lose-lose situation, but I probably should have went south just because, albeit we would have lost the flank I was on, it would have given us a better chance to win at the end of the day, because I was dinking around shooting tier 8s and stuff, and not the more dangerous tanks on the team. Yeah, it's a pretty nifty mod. Like, I'd be perfectly fine using it, mainly for the stream here, just to kind of point out certain things when it comes to, you know, what you have to worry about getting pinned, you know, in certain spots on a tank. Then again, not that it's very hard to implement a mod like that. It's just, we'll see. I'm getting close to doing it because it is pretty well done. Alright, we got a Conqueror, Assault. I'm probably going to end up pushing... I'll actually go south this time. I'm on this. Oh no, our E3 is going here. I'll head to the other flank. And our Kronwagen's heading south. I like, honestly, fighting the north, but if we have that many people going south, I'll go over this way. Just wanted to try something a little bit different, honestly. Alright, let's trying to fix something over here. Oop, glad I shot the ground. Which, glad they didn't end up pushing the southern flank. Defending it, they should be decent at doing that. I just find it easier on the defense side here to fight and push this side, whether you're defending and or attacking. I've never seen that show, so no comment. There are SPGs I have to worry about here, however, I am hoping that with me wiggle my way up this way that my teammates will hopefully look at that T-57 that's on their right, make the right decision and start shooting him. There we go, the E-75 turned. I don't have a good shot. Going back to, yeah. T-34 here. Very nice. That's how slow the T-34's turret goes. I was fine with him hitting me one more time, but I was primarily concerned about this guy. So I was trying to get down into this little divot here. Very nice. He's a goner. Looking at the tanks they have left, I have a feeling that most of them are camping in the center. So I'm actually gonna go through the center here. I'm not gonna go the back route, because you can still get up in the center here while also being able to shoot while you advance on them. The only time I typically head this way is if I'm specifically trying to kill their arty. If, like, you know, I need to do that sooner than later. But in this case, we should have this in the bag, and you know, kind of switching into Cody would like to do a little bit more damage. Which, fortunately, the Conqueror is very good at doing that. I shouldn't have to take another shot at him. TVP, I thought they were going to get him a little sooner. I could have shot him, but thought the TVP was going to have him earlier. Held on to that a little bit too long, but at least I get a little bit of spotting damage from it. WZ-132 should be behind this rock. I don't think he moved. Just at some point I'm gonna have a different nah. Let's say the Conway, he's toast. Oh, he's all the way back there. I was gonna bet on him being right in this little ditch here. But all in all, pretty good match. 2,300 damage, almost 2,000 assist. You little chunky dog. So we got a mastery badge 3rd class. Second most amount of I was about to say I was a little surprised I got second damage, but second most amount of experience. But all in all, pretty good battle there. We have the IS-4 up next, but I'm going to hop into the AMX 1390 before getting to that. I'd like to try to squeeze in, you know, more battles here or there. Since with the 1390, I'm getting closer. I'm about, I think, 68,000 experience away from it. So up after this, I'll do the IS-4, the FV 183mm. Alright, I like this map for a light. Hopefully. I'm not gonna push down the spot. I'm kind of tempted to. Maybe. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go up to try to get shots here early. I'm kind of tempted to because we do have a lot of tank destroyers plus 2 SPGs to where they could get shots. It's just most likely they're gonna have more tanks down there than my team will. Just looking like they have a 1390 as well, but their mediums are more suited for maybe 1 or 2 of them being on that flank, and their HWK's a possibility too. So I'd rather go up to C2, try to take a shot or 2 in the beginning, possibly spot here going this way quick, but who knows if they'll be able to hit that guy. Probably not. I don't necessarily want to stay in this area after I get a shot or 2 off. It's just seeing if I can possibly track someone out in the open. Going. I'd like it to. Fortunately, our 132 is taking a lot of damage. He was a little bit too far out there. Thank you very much, Lebo. Whoa, what the hell, dude? Thank you very much, Lebobo, for the tip. Like, what the hell are you doing? Screw you, WZ132. Like, I'm... Right. Yeah. Panther 2 is pushing out there. I was literally just about to push up, and that guy freaking... Not even just he rammed me into the wall, but he stuck me up there to where I couldn't move where I wanted to. Crap. Unfortunately, this KV4 is going to push. Fortunately, I tracked him, but now I'm dead because of Hardy. That's not how I wanted it to play out, but yep. I should have moved this way sooner, but the frick, I hate when people do that. Like, it's one thing, you know, if, like, I do it matches, everybody does it. If you're having a bad match and playing wrong, it's another thing to purposely, like, ram your teammate into a wall. He was trying to get closer to the wall where I was because he got shot being further out. It's one thing doing that and being a dick about it. But, yeah, all we can do is move on. It seems the 1390 is not my tank tonight, so maybe I won't try to do some matches in that. Hello, Phil. Nice to see you. And also, Russian person. Nice to see you as well. But, yeah, that threw my entire thing off. Not that it was a very good plan, because I was still going to end up in that area, but I was going to be a little bit further over to the right. But, yeah. I was not expecting that to happen. Anyway, though, tier 10 match in the IS-4. Fortunately, there's only other, you know, there's 3 other tier 10s on the enemy team. And I guess kind of looking at it, I'm probably just going to stick on this side, but I'll wait to see how things go. I haven't had good luck the past few streams when it comes to Erlingberg assault when we're defending. It seems like whatever flank I go on still loses, and our other flank just gets freaking clobbered. But the reworked version of this map, there's a video floating around. You can check it out on readastatusreport.live. This map looks awesome with the HD rework. They released that like a day or 2 ago. Honestly, with even just medium settings, I think the video was on before they switched to the low. It looked pretty freaking cool, the graphics, but even the reworked version, they essentially expanded the edges of the kind of the buildings in the center. The river, they made it much more traversable across a lot more areas, not just the bridges, to where you can drive across it, given, you know, a certain speed to your tank, and if you pick the right spot where the banks aren't very steep. And they've expanded the areas outside of the center a lot more. They're a little bit more open, at the same time having more routes for you to kind of push and move through, rather than just moving straight up and down, say the 2 and 9 lines. There's a lot more lateral movement, but it actually looks like a pretty cool rework, and the graphics look pretty awesome as well. Go figure. I hit you know, the premium French TD there. Whenever I freaking shoot the thing, I tend to hit it right on the freaking frontal armor spot that has the most armor. It doesn't, you know, doesn't do me any good. Alright, I'm thinking about repairing, but it's just there's a tortoise plinking away at me. I should be able to bounce most of the shots. There we go. He just penned me there again. But he doesn't have the top gun, which is why I was sitting there. He had the 230 damage gun. The M46 now. He just bounced, but given his APCR, I'm a little bit concerned. I bounced that again, fortunately. Come on. Please miss me again. Thank you very much. Like his APCR can pen me frontally. It's just I don't know why he's deciding to pop out there when he could pop out here and shoot me down and into the side. So that was just a case of I got lucky there that guy, you know, he was just trying to bash his head straight at me there. Medium against a heavy tank 1 tier higher, that doesn't work out. That might be consoles, John. They have night and day maps. And they also have weather on some maps. You know, personally, well, it would be cool to have that on PC. I don't think it's that necessary. I think once the new graphic render comes out, then that little thing that people say, oh, well, consoles have night and day and weather and stuff, that'll be a moot point, given the difference in graphics come these changes for PC soon. I would personally like wargaming, you know, to more or less not add it for every map, but I could see them making, not like to say theme maps, but if they design a map specifically around, say, being at dusk or something, and, you know, working the map to where it makes sense gameplay wise or graphically to do that, I could see them doing certain maps like that. But to change every single map and add those options in, I don't think it's necessary on the grand scale of things. You watch the there's nothing wrong with console World of Tanks. The main thing I would say that when people say, well, consoles have it so much better, consoles, while, you know, World of Tanks PC has balancing problems, consoles excuse me, have a lot more balancing issues than PC. Whether it's specific tanks they reward people with, or just simply not implementing fixes as quick as PC does when it comes to balancing tanks. They still have the Waffle Trager 100, I believe. It's, you know, it's a well put together game in the grand scheme of things, but it does have its flaws that people tend to definitely overlook when they're talking about it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get out of this with this T-54 Mod 1. I'm down to 17 HP. It's just, I'm a little bit set up wrong here. Yeah, it's just, he had APCR'd where, you know, I wasn't angling, hoping that given his gun depression, he couldn't hit me in the lower plate, but he was just plinking me right in the lower plate every time. So I tried to angle there, and honestly, I still think he penned me through the lower plate, but I didn't want to angle too much because all he had to do was shoot me, you know, basically the closest part of my tank to him. Sorry. Just had to yell at Levi a little bit there. I'm sure you guys heard him groan, but he's whining a little bit underneath me still. Okay, but T-28 prototype. I don't know what you mean by heavy metal. I'm guessing you want a heavy tank. But Master Badge Second Class, Confederate Award. It was still a good match here. But at the end there, you know, it kind of shows you the IS-4, it's better than what a lot of people give it credit for. But the armor, if people know where to shoot you, and they, you know, but it's, you know, more damning if they know where to hit you and load gold. It is very hard to stop people penetrating you if they, you know, do both of those things. Had he not loaded APCR, he probably still would have killed me, given how he was shooting my lower plate and I wasn't angling at the time, but I probably would have bounced that last shot. Okay, an M103 challenge, I can do that, Andrew. See you, Graham. Thank you very much for watching. Have a very enjoyable Thanksgiving as well. I'll be my job, unless anything changes. I make the day of, I do probably the heaviest lifting of the day outside of my brother. He cooks all the turkeys. I gotta make all the sides and kind of funnel them up to the front. I like doing that though, because it basically the hardest part is just like time management, keeping things on schedule. I'm pretty good at that. In the off chance I do have time to, you know, stream it all, I will let you guys know, you know, as soon as I can, but I'm having a feeling, you know, Sunday will be, you know, the next time I stream here. Because tomorrow, I thought I had some time, but basically work turned in from having to work for about 2 hours to I'll be there for about 5 hours tomorrow when I thought I could stream in the morning. But yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are all off the table. Because immediately, Cape May, not our restaurant, like we do breakfast with Santa, but there's a place called Congress Hall. They call it Winter Wonderland, but this weekend, starting Friday, they set up Winter Wonderland for Christmas. It's like, you know, it's over the top at this point. It's pretty neat though for, you know, the kids. They have like three or four certain bearded men there to meet every day, but they have like a Ferris wheel, merry-go-round, bunch of different theme stuff going on until New Year's, because after Christmas they switch it over to a New Year's theme. But Cape May turns into Christmas mode starting Friday. Well, that stinks. You gotta work on Thanksgiving Day. Like, I kind of, you know, emotionally, I've never really had, honestly, real holidays except for Christmas, given that, you know, my family's in the restaurant business, so I'm kind of used to it. I do feel bad, you know, if other people do have to work holidays. Like my family, we celebrated Thanksgiving about 2 weeks ago. Best way to play the 183 is A, if you use HESH rounds, hope that RNG's on your side, but B, hope that you get a map that's pretty flat and you can take shots off on people that don't know that you're about to hit them. It's not the easiest tank. Like, gun depression's your biggest foe in this, but it's not necessarily bad. It's just very situational to play to 183. And knowing when to use AP, when to use Hesh. I tend to use too much Hesh, honestly, but it's just hard to say because it plays differently on every map. Some maps you can play it a little bit more towards the front. Other maps you kind of have to try to snipe with it. Not that it's the best sniper. You know, it's just a funky tank. Like, I'm fine with them switching the 183 for the Badger. I don't think they're going about it the right way. I wish I had AP there, but yeah, I don't think they're going about it the right way, making the 183 a reward tank essentially, to where people can't unlock it in a tech tree, at least at this moment. But you know, the Badger, albeit a little bit imbalanced, definitely will make this line a lot more user friendly. But I would rope this tank into, you mainly play the 183, what people say, for the memes, to where, you know, you kind of play it for the awesome shots you get sometimes, but you don't expect to get them all the time. Unfortunately, I'm getting kind of, you know, strung along here by this 140. He's able to kind of move back and forth, and at this point, I guess I'm just gonna push because it's not looking good on the other flank, and it's not looking like the two guys in the center, the two guys in A6, or the two guys in, you know, the 9 line are gonna move at all. So here's the hoping I don't bounce an AP shell off of this guy. Go. Just, I had to do something there. Like, we're down by 1. But position-wise, if they push the 1 to 4 side, we will be very tough pressed to not just start falling like dominoes. Stinks I couldn't spot the IS-3 there. Ooh, there, why are you pushing Scorpion G? I don't hate it, but he doesn't have any armor, and they can actually shoot him from the center in the F line. Crap. Bit of a pickle, because I know that there's an IS-3 there who can spot me. Alright, you want to go? You could go. I'm trying to keep my gun in the game. Oh god. Didn't think that he can shoot me, and thank god. I didn't know if there's a little rubble pile there. There we go, finally got him. But I thought it was a hard corner, and fortunately it was a hard corner he was behind. Alright, so with this 140, if you're counting on me to pull something off here just because of my stats, then I don't think you should play like that. Don't put your faith in one person. Alright, I'm gonna wait until, I'm hoping Artie doesn't have a shot on me here. I'm just waiting for me to get unspotted. Let's have another second or so. Hello Tommy, nice to see you. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna start moving back to the base because we really need to start moving back that way. Luckily they got their arty out, but at this point we should be fine here. I'm going to shoot one more AP, but after this going to Hesh, just because longer range shots, Hesh gives you guaranteed damage. AP, you can, you know, easily with the accuracy on this hit someone's track, the mantlet, you know, somewhere that does 0 damage. I will give our T62A credit. He pulled like all the way back into the corner. I don't know if he like just let him by, but he didn't die, which was the important thing. I still have about an hour here, so if anyone does want to request any more tanks, I probably can fit, you know, another 5 or so. This Borsig could still be here, but he'll get spotted if he shoots me. At this point, you know, we're gonna win this. If we lose this, then we deserve to lose. There's no way I'm gonna get that shot. Alright, so I'm gonna be doing an M103 challenge here. So it was a standard, yes, it was a standard challenge here by Andrew. Which, you know, if anyone does want a platoon, it's gonna be, you know, a little over a week here until I can platoon again. So I got top 4 damage. Not exactly the best given I was at tier 10, but I made the best out of I got myself stuck early in the spot I chose, but fortunately I was able to, you know, start pushing at the right time and didn't die. So this is the standard challenge by Andrew here. I have to do 1.5 times the HP total and damage, assist, and blocked all combined here. So I gotta reach 2,775. You did jack up your request there, but I got it here. Which, even though I won't be live streaming, yesterday I did have enough time. I ended up, albeit I'm a little bit annoyed because when I was editing, I edited about like 8 videos, stream clips that I'll be able to release here soon. I just had to finish like all the little titles, details, what have you for each video. I'm hopefully going to be able to do that before Sunday. I won't be streaming, but I should be able to get that done. Unfortunately, I got kind of annoyed. My microphone, it was stuttering a little bit. Whether it was noticeable to you guys or not, I don't know. But I kind of fixed that problem. I guess it happened when my Windows 10 updated again, but it switched the what is it, like the bit rate or the frequency of my mic from 40 wait, what is it, 41, it's like 44.1 hertz or something to up to 48 something, and it kind of mismatched what I was doing in OBS and what my microphone was doing, so it caused a little bit of a syncing problem, which I'm heading to the hill even though I'm at M103. Honestly, it's probably not going to turn out very well for me, but you can't just leave it open. I'm going to hopefully get myself over one more road here to where it does lead to me being able to run away. So you guys should see some, you know, replays. If you watched every single stream, you know, you more or less are, which this is not going to be good already. You've probably seen the matches before, but nonetheless, those are going to be the videos that are going to be popping out. Alright, what the hell. This is a challenge, but the only way I'm going to live here... I wanted to ram somebody, but at this point, I'm sorry T-54, but this is not our flank right now. I was very skeptical of us winning this flank, but it's the difference between losing a flank and getting absolutely clobbered on a flank, and this was going to be the latter. Oh, awesome. He kind of flipped himself over. He can still shoot me. I don't have any help still, though. That's not a good thing. Team, type 5 mainly. Need a little bit of help here, buds. Come on, WZ, I'm all alone. Keep doing that, but once we... There we go. That's gonna happen to you. Hello, nice couple, nice to see you. Yeah, teams in any game are a problem, but, you know, not the saying, you know, World of Tanks is definitely... It's a huge part of how much you enjoy, say, a play session. But... You know, hopefully, you know, if you are still chugging away at the game, nice cuppa, you know, hopefully you hit a good streak. Those are always the best, but you know, teams definitely are an issue a lot of times, but I think that comes with the territory when you have PvP games. Okay. Thank you very much for the challenge, Andrew. I think I just inched over the level I need it here. Especially with that last shot there. I was a little skeptical if I was going to get this, given I chose a pretty risky flank to go to. Luckily, I didn't, you know, basically bash my head up against the wall on that flank. I was going to be screwed had I stayed there. I won't be able to do that next patch. The Tortoise's armor will get buffed enough to where that will be pretty difficult to do. Alright, I'm trying to help you because he's not one-shottable. See that there's an E4 here. I'm not too concerned. Well, outside of if I bounce him, but we recovered here, and it's smooth sailing now. Thank you for the challenge, though, Andrew. I think I am now. I'm 2-2 tonight with challenges. Uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that. Unless he... Ooh, how'd he bounce that? All in all, though, just stacking on the damage here. I'm at 4,100. I have a feeling this... Never mind. I was like, maybe this E50 is going to come around here. Nope, he's a goner. Well, if you're looking for better teams, not sure the NA server would help, but actually got a mastery badge ace tanker here. So thanks for the challenge, Andrew. This is a pretty damn good match. Yeah, damage wise, got 4,145, 3 kills, most amount of experience by quite a little bit. That made no sense. But aside from that, almost 2,400 blocked. Don't know how I blocked that much, but I got lucky, I guess. So, all in all, pretty good match. Thanks again for the challenge. The next tank up in the queue is the T28 prototype. I'm trying not to yell at Levi again. Which I'll start a raffle here after a couple minutes passes. So let me just get this fixed up here. I don't know if you guys can hear his whining, but he is extremely well at pulling off probably one of the most annoying whines that I've ever heard in a dog. but I love him. Alright, so far, I'll do the raffle after this battle here. The next pot's going to be 1,200 Levi biscuits at this point. I think I'm going to set up on the south here. I'm just looking at their team, and usually teams with more mediums and light tanks tend to push this side more. Not a guarantee, but just scratch that. I'm gonna head north again. Again, it's kind of the same as the last match, which we did end up winning, but I wanted to go south, but way too much of our team's heading there for me to commit. Honestly, we're probably gonna get crushed up here, but I'm not gonna go south when I know that I'm not going to be needed. I'm going to slow tank TD at that, to where it's not like I'm going to push out in the south, so I'm pretty much just going to be sitting there and might get a few shots in the beginning, but it's nothing that they should not be able to handle themselves. I'm actually going to start pulling back here with, never mind, he's out, but I'm still going to pull back given that I don't think this Panther 2 is going to live too long. Yeah, everyone has their days, winning, losing, or just playing, good or bad. It's one of those things where if someone says, they never have a bad day or something, they're lying when it comes to World of Tanks. It's unfortunately a bad side about the game, and it's one of the good things, I think, too, to where you can do everything right, do everything wrong, but there are elements out of your control as far as teams, matchmaking, RNG, to where love it or hate it, but it's part of kind of the hook of the game, to where it's not like you're playing other PvP games. Like, I'll relate this, not that they're tank games, but say like Call of Duty, Battlefield games, stuff like that, to where you don't really have much RNG. Oh, you are so lucky, Leopard 1. You don't really have much RNG, and it's one of those things that, they're fun games, but yeah, I was worried about that. Unfortunately, missing that shot on the Leopard. It was not very good. He's still alive now. But yeah, it's one of those things where the game, not to say, I don't think the 25% RNG is the best implementation. I think it should be like 10 or 15%, but it does kind of switch things up a little bit. Sometimes in your favor, sometimes in the enemy's favor, but it keeps things from becoming too stale. I'm just gonna chuck some HE rounds. I think I'm aiming too high. Yeah, I'm definitely aiming too high. I don't know what I'm shooting here, but I don't want to get too close given my HP. Fortunately, this Leopard 1's gonna kill this guy, but sorry, little Panther 2. Which, Levi, you are gonna be getting in a lot of trouble here. He's actually starting to affect me playing right now. It all boils down to you can, for anyone that wants to stream a lot, there used to be a dresser behind us. We kept Levi's toys in there. We kind of moved that. We got rid of that, and congratulations. Never mind, I didn't start a raffle yet. Sorry. I can still see Victor's messages popping up on my raffle screen here from the last one. But he thought his toys were in my desk here. They're actually in another room. To where that's half the reason he's whining. He wants me to give him stuff out of my desk, which Bunch of papers. Old graphics processors and stuff. I don't think he would appreciate them. He thinks he wants them, but part of the problem with the T28 prototype, which is what you're seeing here, it's not the most accurate TD. It does have a little bit going for it with the turret. Its armor is decent when you're top tier, but once you start facing 9s, and especially 10s, you're low HP and your armor doesn't really do you many favors. You know, I do like playing this, but when I'm bottom tier here, it is a little bit difficult playing the kind of long range role because your accuracy trolls the hell out of you. I'm trying, you know, just to keep shooting here. I don't think I'm really penning anything, but I did track the T30 most recently and got 113 assists out of it. But right now our E100 is kind of cleaning up the south. We also have a KV4 and a PZ4 TD down there. Where at this point, if we can get their one last SPG out, I think that we got this in the bag. Thinking about heading to this rock, but I don't think it's gonna do me any good. Yeah, I'm just shooting at these guys, even though unfortunately I don't think it's actually going to I want to shoot these guys, but alright. I know I can get shot from there if I get spotted, so I'm gonna hop over this side. Start hitting them there. Hello again, Lemon. I tried to look to see if you were streaming earlier when you popped by, but thanks for, you know, popping in to say hi. Glad I haven't come across you again tonight. Again. Oh, I just got artied. Yeah, I missed most of them. I always look to see if you know, my shots were splashing, but maybe I was scaring them and they weren't pushing out, seeing shots land around them. Probably not though. So let me start a raffle here, guys. Winner gets 1,300 Levi biscuits. Timeout, Levi. I might just wait for the end of the battle here, since I'm curious to see how much damage I got from like the 10 shots I shot when they weren't spotted. Okay. I would say that almost that entire match when we played against each other, I'm like screaming at my team in my head like, what's going on? Since one of my viewers challenged me and it wasn't really going well for me that match. But that's World of Tanks for you. As things nice, Kappa. Fortunately for me, I got about 2 more weeks here when it comes to work for my season. Then a nice long winter. Fortunately, I'll be able to stream more here, guys, and also finally be able to redo some guides that I need to get to. Sorry, Andrew, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. I'm a little bit off on a couple things tonight since honestly, my whole body, I'm not the most athletic person in the world, I'll admit it, but moving, I would say conservatively, I probably lifted and moved about 3,000-4,000 pounds of things today. I know it was 1,400 pounds of turkey, but all the other cases and food that had to come into the restaurant today, I'm like, oh, I'm whooped. And tomorrow is pretty much the same thing. I thought this was going to end a little sooner, but this Leopard 1's kind of drawing it out. But next up, as far as tanks go, I have a heavy tank request. Tiger 131, T95, and then a Levi pick here. So, Levi's probably, I'm thinking something like the KV4. I'm not going to pop into 1390 again. I've been playing that pretty bad today. As far as damage goes, I actually didn't do any more damage. I think the only blind fire hit I got was tracking that T30, because I still ended up with the same amount of damage there. Oh well, at least we got a win. Lost a crap ton of credits because I was throwing rounds and not hitting anything. Alright, for a heavy here, why don't I play something? I'm kind of feeling the IS-7 when it comes to a heavy. That sounds good, nice cuppa. Hello, Brave Commander, nice to see you. It's one way of looking at it, Andrew. Yeah, when it comes to work, though, it wasn't that bad of a day to me, but it makes it a little bit hard here. Like, after this week and the following week, to where it's my stream schedule is a little messed up. You know, these 8 to 11 p.m. streams will be a little easier for me, to where, you know, I get a little bit more sleep in between them, but it's all good. You know, I love streaming, to where if I didn't, you know, stream later at nights here, I probably wouldn't be able to stream as much right now, these last couple weeks, to where, you know, it gives me time to game. Hey, little dog. I don't know if you guys can. Yeah, he can see him back there, and he's like, he knows I'm a little bit annoyed at him since he's been begging pretty hard here tonight. But lucky him, he's gonna have a pretty fun day tomorrow after I'm done work. Actually, no, I'm gonna head out on this flank. Hello, Wayne. Nice to see you. Congratulations, Dana, on winning the raffle. I know the AMX is still out here. Primarily a little bit concerned. I'm keeping an eye on the other flank to see how many people pop up, but I'm feeling like we should kind of be on equal footing here. Got a couple people in the center. That does not bode too well for me. Oh, thank you, RNG. Alright, the T100 up there. I'll make a little push on the STV1. Ah, crap, he actually has a fire extinguisher. I was having a pretty good run on the last stream, setting people on fire and them not having fire extinguishers. Unfortunately, he just pulled a me. I always frickin' run into things like that. Very nice. Thank you, T100. Couldn't have done it without you. Okay. I was about to say, The icon next to your name looked familiar, I think. If anyone, if you ever change your YouTube name here, guys, too, and you want your chatbot name, you know, to show up the same, all you type in the chat is !update username, no spaces, and it will update it. It might take a minute or two, but it'll fix the differences between your name. Hi, little beggar. Hardy, you just need to give up on me. Oopsie daisy. For whatever reason, I thought the TD was on the other side. I saw the E100. I was trying not to drive, you know, straight at him or show my side directly to him. But, yeah. The Girl 15, for whatever reason, I thought he was on the other side on that corner. I don't know how I get lucky sometimes. Okay, he's got... Ooh, he actually has AP. Kudos to that guy. Uh-oh, he's kind of got me here. Run away! Luckily, my IS-7 crew has a pretty damn good crew in it. I don't know if I would have been able to get out of that had I not had some of the crew perks that are on this crew. As far as I have like the ramming perk to take less damage ramming, and also a few driving perks because I use it for the KV5. That's originally what this crew was. But gotta miss your best third class, top 4 damage, 3 kills. As far as experience goes, top experience. All in all, pretty good match there. Alright, so you would like a Object 140 challenge, John? Sure thing. So let me get to that here. So Object 140, I've got to do 3,800 between damage, assist, and blocked here. Hello Nori, nice to see you. Got Siegfried line. Doesn't seem like there's any grand battles getting popped off tonight. You know, we had those few streams to where I was getting them like left and right at tier 10. I'm gonna start off here to see if I can get a couple little cheap shots into the field, because we should have a spotter. But I've been playing a little bit more so on this side when it comes to mediums and lights recently. The T67 hate? Yes. You know, it's kind of a shame because, you know, a tank shouldn't be hated just for being, you know, a pretty good tank. It's just, you know, people that try to seal club gravitate a little bit too much to the T67. It doesn't look like we're gonna have many spotting here, so I'm not gonna stay here long, to be honest. It's just if a medium's kind of rolling through the field without paying too much attention, you typically can take a couple early shots. Oh, that did not work out. I kind of rushed that. This Sheridan, he got hit. Are you gonna pull back for me? Nope. Alright. Plan B, because I am not sitting here. We have 3 other people. Nope, we have 4 other people. T100 LT, a Bat Chat, T62A, and Girl 15. All looking at the field. And the JPZ 100. Yep, this is, we actually have a huge hole to where we usually should have a heavier TD, so I guess I'll try to slot in here. It's just 320 damage doesn't exactly scare many things when they're, you know, fighting in close areas on a city map. But alright, Seven's just getting beat up here. Alright, so what do you want to do, team? It's too risky for me to push the field. Even though with that Sheridan out, that actually makes things a little bit more clear. I'll go for it. It's just with my team kind of set up in like 8-9-0 line, it makes fighting in the town a little bit uneasy for me. They should. I'm trying not to get myself into too much trouble like I typically do, but they're taking a little bit too long. Nice. I'll try to maybe spot, but more or less likely gonna have a lot of what's over there. Is it just Artie? Or is it something else? Pinging helps, but nice to know what's over there also. Holy crap, there's a T92 there. I'll start annoying these guys so they can go push and hopefully kill their Artie. Okay, it's a Strev 103B. My snapshotting is not really working out this match. Could pop up again. You know, it sucks that he's getting away. He's have no repair kit. Really starting to worry about the E5 more than the M48 right now. That guy actually has pretty good eyes there. I took a little bit of a risk there, but looking at where their tanks were, I knew I could get through there without dying. Would I like to have my HP back? Yes, but we got the E5 out and we got them kind of smushed back there in that corner. Very hard for them to fight their way out of it too. There's still JPZ that could potentially pop me here, so... But thank you very much for the challenge. I had to get to 3,800. Just a little bit over that at this point. Oh there. Sorry about that. I just saw, you know, that the Strev was still somewhere, and I think he's still there, but I didn't want to be the first one over right in front of his gun, but it looks like he pulled back over this way further, or else we should have been able to spot him. Yeah. He's turn. He was trying to turn with me. Pretty good match though. Almost 3,000 damage, 1,700 assist. Thank you very much, John. Thanks for the challenge though. Pushed me back in the green as far as tonight. I'm 3 wins, 2 losses when it comes to them. Got a Confederate award. Top 2 damage. Our M48 did a fantastic job. Fortunately for us though, you know, I always like to see when your team kind of spreads the damage out like that. We did a much better job at that than they did. It doesn't guarantee, you know, that your team's gonna win, but more or less you have a better chance to win because it means more people are, you know, having a good match. They're where they should be. So my grind for the ST1, I'm at the KV4 right now, so it's really just grinding out that experience from the KV4 to the ST1, but I'm actually going to be playing that after the T95 here. But tonight's been a pretty fun stream. I was a little bit worried since, you know, I don't know if you guys can notice that I'm pretty beat here. Like honestly, my eyes have hurt since, I don't know, about 3 or 4 p.m. I'm just not, like, I'm used to physical labor, working in a kitchen, but it was a little bit more than the usual today. But I'm glad, you know, it was a pretty fun stream here. I still have a half hour here, but the next one coming up on Sunday, I'm pretty much going to run the same thing where almost all tank requests. I might, you know, I'd like to get some of these grinds done, but right now, given that I'm working a lot, I'd rather just stick to doing a lot of requests for you guys. We even had a celebrity, Lemon Rush, popping into the stream. I don't know if you're still here. Who ultimately ended up either killing me or led to my death there. Hello, Fabio. Nice to see you. I do have a lot of free experience, yes. That's the skip past stock grinds, though, so that it'll go pretty quickly as far as that number. I was tempted to use it to unlock a couple tanks, but I'd rather skip stock tanks for the very foreseeable future. I might regret going down this far. We just don't really have a tank here that can push, given that we're all tier 6s in this area. And our middle isn't exactly very strong right now either. Nope. I'm gonna scoot my way away. Hey, E2, just stay back a little bit. Like I can kind of pen the T-25 pilot's turret as long as I don't hit the mantlet area, but not giving us much to shoot here. Honestly though, if I was better matched up, I would push closer to the pilot so I'd have better shots into the center. I don't like sitting this far back, but given the matchmaking, it's kind of what I gotta do here. Trying to help. I'm doing a very, very bad job at it though. Okay, now it's me versus the pilot. E2. Crapola. Yeah, I'm failing you, E2. I am doing a very bad job as a teammate here. Artie, why'd you ditch me? I'm gonna try to get over. Ooh, he should have stopped there. Alright, there's still a Panther though. That's what I was afraid of. And yeah, I'm tracked without a repair kit now. I'm a goner. Oh well. At least I killed a pilot, albeit it wasn't a full HP one, but it just sucks though. I was trying to run away, just in case there was something else, but even if I didn't stop there at the end, I was gonna die. It just sucks because I sat there for most of the match. I didn't help my team at all in the first few minutes where it's most important. We did win this area, but it's not the most important spot. I actually do think we're going to win this, though. Just looking at the tanks they have left compared to ours, we should have this. I'm being a little bit skeptical here because, it does require these 3 guys to get back to the base very fast. But we should have that. Thank you very much, Michael Egan, for the subscription. Alright, so T95 time. Got killed by one of them earlier. Hopefully I can return the favor to some other people. Honestly, like, I'll do that sometimes, Kappa, rushing out and playing a little too aggressive. Really, not to say they aren't doing anything wrong, because they kind of are, but certain servers, like, if you play on a Russian server, that's almost what everyone frickin' does. They play very aggressively, albeit they do it very well. Just the way that they do play on the RU server specifically, like, they basically just play aggressive, but they're all in blobs. They do that well, but playing on the NA server, it's a double-edged sword. I play pretty aggressive, sometimes way too much, for my own good and my team's, benefit too. It usually doesn't work out when I die in the first, like, 60 seconds. But, it's one of those things to where it can pay off very big, but the downside is when you fail at it, you fail pretty hard. People that do that time after time, the best way to learn is basically learn from your mistakes. Like, not saying if you push somewhere and you die early, never go there again, but look at what killed you. Like, say you got killed by like 2 mediums or something. Try to look to see next time when you're on, you're on that map, they don't have really any mediums that are going to go to that area, or you think they aren't going to go there. That spot might work. It's really hard though. World of Tanks, it's something that, it's hard to describe to where, it's frustrating playing with teams. It's enjoyable sometimes, but there's so many different combinations that work, don't work, might work, given the matchmaking your teams, to where, I typically don't get too angry at people screwing up just because, everyone does it. Yeah, I shouldn't have let the Type 5 get me, but at this point, since he shot me, I had to get a shot in return, or else it didn't make sense. But that's where, I'm a little bit different when it comes to... I mainly get annoyed at stuff that people do that literally does not make any sense, or they're purposely doing it to piss someone off. Like earlier, the WZ132 ramming me up a wall when I was in an AMX 1390 because I was in a spot that he wanted to get into. And yeah. This is actually super sketchy right now. Oh god. The Type 5 has a pretty huge height advantage over me, so he can hit me before I can actually shoot him. But I gotta back up now because I don't think this VK is... His VK is gonna come in time. That hurt. Holy crap. But this Grill 15's kind of sitting out there covering the VK, but he'd be better off sitting back a little bit behind us to hit his Type for us here. They are flanking him. I will give them credit. They are doing that. Nice try, T-28, but your armor is not going to bounce. Oh, even if I shot a standard AP, it wasn't going to bounce that. Alright, the Grill's now flanking. So, unfortunately, you know, I'm not in the fastest tank here, but now that he's finally around and the VK is, more likely than not, which thank you very much, Night Rain, over on Twitch for the follow. More likely than not, the Type 5's not gonna... Whew, that goes... Oh, he just got penned. And he's a goner. But I should be able to get this Type 5 out. Unless I am super duper unlucky here. God damn it. I wanted to kill him, but... I'm tracked to where I can't hit the meal. Alright. Let's see. He's gonna move up now. Very nice. Just whatever way I go, I'm kind of screwed, and I believe he might have started to reload. I believe, though, this Emil 1 has... He has a shot left. Crap. Alright, so that works out. Just the T10 is, you know, oh god. He's gonna reload in a few seconds. I'm sorry that you died, T10, but you could have hit a little bit better. I was mainly trying not to get flanked there. That would have been, you know, sealed my fate. T25 pilot, are you gonna... No. Hello, Mad Dog, nice to see you. Well, not to say that you're wrong, Nice Cuppa, but if you look back to, you know, and say free-to-play games or other PvP games in general, I would say World of Tanks actually does reward good gameplay more than, you know, wargaming with personal missions, the daily missions, especially if you play on NA server with tank rewards. But like random, whether it's weekend events or like special holiday events and stuff, they reward you, you know, on a personal level pretty well if you play decent. Because unless something has like a win requirement attached to it, most things are like damage or kill X amount of tanks, spot certain tanks, stuff like that. It actually, you know, there's a lot of, to say, carrots on sticks kind of dangled in front of you to get you to play. And, you know, for the first few years, or not few, probably the first 2 years of World of Tanks, wasn't really like that, to where you had weekend specials and sales and stuff, but there weren't really, you know, personal missions or outside of weekend sales and events. It was just like, get 3x for your win, or 50% off. They used to do 50% off of like premium ammo, stuff like that. You know, there weren't that many different things. There weren't really on tracks, and you know, it was a kind of a different game to where, you know, it was a newer game to where you still had that incentive to play. But nowadays you actually do get a lot of stuff given to you for completing certain things. Well, yeah, it is different given the servers. Which thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. Hopefully you enjoyed the Tiger 131 match. You know, I still think I did decent that match, but I could have done a little bit more early. Top 4 damage here in the T95. Top 2 experience. Main goal there was just not to get flanked and lose my flank. Match-wise, we did lose Sand River, unfortunately. But I got top 3 damage there. It's still, you know, most of my damage came when we're already behind, and it was outside of like the sweet spot. You know, times and matches, depending on the map, you know, it's different. It's a different amount of time from the beginning of the match, but more or less you want to do the most amount of damage you can when the enemies spot it, say for the first like 30 seconds, whenever that is. In random battles, it definitely helps, because if, you know, if there's a bunch of people pushing on a flank and they're going to steamroll you, and the first, you know, say light or medium out ahead gets like whacked for even just a couple shots, a lot of times, you know, people behind them will kind of pump the brakes a little bit. But if you can get your team a lead in random battles, it helps out a lot. Not only yourself, but also your other teammates. It's kind of like a, you know, motivation in a way. Yeah, Graham, he was here earlier, but he did have to leave. I do agree though, you know, watching streamers, and I wouldn't even say, like, I know some of you guys, you know, it's always nice seeing a lot of you guys here every stream. It does help watching, you know, a couple people to see what different play styles might work for you and what people do on maps. Like, since I've like yesterday, I was able to do a few things for YouTube, also Photoshop and stuff. On my other screen here, I had, I don't know who it was. It wasn't an English streamer. I just picked a random streamer. I picked them on Twitch since there weren't really anyone. There wasn't really anyone on YouTube that I like to watch people either very entertaining or, you know, that play World of Tanks very well. So I picked a random person. I believe he was in Russia, and you know, it's nice to see the different ways that either servers play or, you know, someone else plays differently from you. But it does help quite a bit. I like to see, you know, how other good players play, because you might learn a little spot or two, you know, that someone else knows that you don't know how to exploit. A little hard for me though, because I'll be like, you know, say typing something or editing a video, like the stream clips, clipping them down right, and it's a little hard for me to focus on 2 things at once. When it comes to any tank, honestly, the reason I have a million free experience, I am probably never gonna do a stock grind ever again in World of Tanks. It's part of the free-to-play model, but, you know, to me at this point, from a competitive standpoint, I won't play a stock tank. I would say it's one of the best, outside of a premium account, it's one of the best bang for your bucks in this game. To where if you can use free experience, especially when they have the sales on it where you get 35 per gold, that's one of the best things to do with your gold, so you don't ever have to play a stock. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm concerned about this because The guy behind me, he's popping out now, which I still think they're going to focus on me. The VK is just nasty at times. Luckily, I could just angle there. He didn't aim at my side. Don't want to overcommit here. It depends. When it comes to live streams, honestly, like I clip my best matches out as I go here on YouTube. So I'm able to edit them straight on YouTube when it comes to live streams. I don't have to keep them on my PC, since I just, I clip out the best matches. When it comes to editing them on my PC, I don't do anything too fancy. So I use a program called, I use Bandicam sometimes to take screenshots and also record if I'm not using OBS, but it's called a Bandicut. It's a cheap program. Seen people that make Bandicam, surprisingly, it's basically the same name, but I use that to kind of clip out and edit my videos. It's a lightweight, easy to use program. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I don't use anything too sophisticated, but that's just the type of, I'm not the best when it comes to editing videos. I don't really do effects or anything. I'm very good in Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. I can make images and stuff, but when it comes to video effects and everything, I'll stay clear away from that. Down the road, I might get into that, but right now, yeah, I tend to shy away from that. So I just, I clip things and stitch them together. But, alright, so I'm probably going to have at least 1 or 2 battles here left. I'm really glad. Me moving around there, I thought those noises were going to wake up Levi. Why don't I hop into... I'll play as Skoda T25 here, and I'll do another match, and I'll see how this goes, and I'll play one more battle after this. But I'll do the raffle after this one. I would say with the KV4 though, it is one of those tanks. It does suck the amount of experience you have to use to get the top gun. That's only used on the KV4. It is worth it though. And say outside of the sorry. I was gonna say hello, Rotary. I just answered your question, but I guess I saw a new name in the chat. Outside of the one Russian streamer, I forget the person's name, I watched on Twitch the other day. Really, the only streamers I watch on a frequent basis, it's gonna, I watch Rita every now and then when she does streaming. She doesn't do it very often anymore because she is in college now. But funny enough that Lemon popped in today. I've watched a couple of his streams recently, and I will say, albeit I don't always like Quickie Baby's stuff, I have watched in the past couple months a few of his things, mainly because I'll give him credit to where when new stuff's coming out on World of Tanks, he does a pretty good job at showing that information. Whether or not he gets kind of fed it before other people is one thing, but he does a very good job at, laying out all the facts about stuff and, kind of hitting the bullet points on, a certain aspect of a tank's stats and all the details that you need to know. Yeah, like Reed is honestly not for everyone. Like I like watching her stuff, but from an entertaining standpoint. But she's a she's a really good person to where I've talked with her a few times, and there's a forum thread on the NA forum that both of us have been a part of for a couple years now. I've been it's called the T110E T110E5 like armor thread. It has a few different names. It's in the chieftain part of the forums now. I've been part of it for like 4 or 5 years. I forget how long it's been around, but as far as other streamers go, I tend to find myself honestly watching. I don't really keep track of their names, but I watch a lot of stuff as far as like Destiny or Overwatch, like other games, even Dreadnought. Not that there's really any streamers for that, but I like to watch other games where I don't necessarily play them as much as World of Tanks, but it's nice kind of seeing other people play them. So when I'm playing them, since I don't get to play them that much, I kind of have a clue as to how people say are playing the game, since they're definitely a lot better than I am. I'm actually gonna switch here. See ya, Jordan. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, these premium shells are not meant for you, but okay. Get knock a shot in there, but I'm not able to help outside of that. Need to do that, but you're actually blocking. Alright, so I don't think this is gonna go well. I'm sorry, CDC, but you probably should have ran away and left me to die. I'm gonna do the same thing to you, because at this point we're only down by 2 tanks. Crap. I only have 3 APCR left. I might as well try to stay alive as long as possible, since I hope I get lucky here. I don't know if he's stuck or what. I don't think he's stuck. Should be able to take awesome. I say not awesome if I was about to say I should be able to take a shot from him. Ah, crap. It's just I'm not going to be able to run up that hill in time to get away. I think my best bet is to kind of... Oh, that Nashorn got owned. Starting to kind of slip away from us now. Yeah, we're done here. I don't think I'm gonna get another shot off, but I'll try. Yeah, still did 1200 damage, but yeah. I do see a lot of that when you like I usually filter things by language. I'll say a lot of Russian streams are girls that tend to not really cover their assets very well. I'm just trying to catch up on chat here. I'm gonna have one more battle here and a raffle as well. But see you, Carl. Whenever I get tired, I just can't talk when I'm tired. I barely can talk when I'm actually wide awake. Had a third class here, top 2 damage. Their platoon 1 and the Tigers did a pretty damn good job on the flank I was at. They pretty much gobbled up all the XP there. All in all though, let me get into one more battle. Maybe I'm just gonna play. I'll play the M48A5 Patton. Trying to end things here. Well, not to get too off topic in the chat, but the whole thing between Rita and Jingles, it's not exactly our place to talk about, but one more thing before, yeah, since this is my last battle, a few times tonight, it's kind of, hello Viticus over on Twitch, nice to see you. You know, the FCC today announced that on December 14th, they will be repealing net neutrality. A couple of my announcements were in extreme, kind of, you know, had little links to things. More or less, what that means to you is basically take the internet now, and more or less, companies, you know, with how greedy they are. Honestly, I hate Comcast, but it's the only internet provider I have available to me. Take the internet you have now, and imagine if your internet service providers can block you from going to certain websites and kind of treat it like a cable package. And not to say that they'll do this or do it right away, but, well, the bill didn't pass. They basically just announced that on December 14th, they'll basically be repealing it. There's no real doubt about it. But basically imagine if they could treat the internet like cable packages, and while this repeal of the bill doesn't necessarily mean that they'll do that, it opens up the possibility of them doing it. And if you look up how, say, Mexico's internet is run, which is the best example since a lot of US internet service providers do provide services in Mexico, they actually charge you for certain website packages there, where you have to buy a certain package to get to a certain website. What it will mean for the US most likely is you're going to have stricter data caps on your internet. Comcast already does it. Fortunately, they don't do it in New Jersey for me. That's an extra $50 a month if you want unlimited data, so kind of like a cell phone plan. And also, for anyone that plays video games, you know, they're probably going to have something, you know, geared towards people that watch, say, YouTube videos, live streams, and play games to give you like a, you know, more stable connection or better, you know, speeds to those websites. It's something that, you know, definitely, you know, look into this whole thing yourselves and kind of form a well-informed opinion. But it's something that basically it's going to cost you more money to enjoy the internet if you basically use it more than the average person, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, anyone watching this stream here, you're basically the, say, the top 1% of internet users, because you play video games, you watch live streams, you watch YouTube videos, to where basically these changes are going to hurt those types of people the most. What you can do though is definitely check out the website. It's called battleforthenet.com. I'll post a link here again. And there's also a website, it's resistbot.io. more or less both of them help you with, if you're in the US, to contact your senators, also your, representatives, where you can voice your opinion. Because honestly, at this point, the only way the internet gets net neutrality back in any sense is through basically a law being created, because the FCC is looking to basically scrap any involvement that they have with protecting net neutrality. But I know, at least from my standpoint, like right now, I already only have one option, being Comcast, for my internet. And unfortunately for me, I've got to pay $150 a month just to be able to stream, essentially. It's the cheapest package that they have, with 10 megabits upload, or megabytes upload per second. And with this going through, more likely than not, I'm gonna have to pay at least $50 more for, unlimited data, because I blow through the amount of data that other states have. And on top of that, any other gaming or fees they put in place for people that upload videos and stream like I do, which I can almost guarantee something like that will happen under this. It's going to be pretty expensive right now with these changes. But it's just something that, whether you agree with the change or not, it's definitely a good idea to kind of read up on what is going to be changing. That way you're not caught off guard with it. Hello, Luis Campos. I said earlier, it's not true across all of Mexico, but as far as what I've read, hopefully it's not incorrect, but cool, thankfully he did not die. There are places where that does happen there, but I was gonna join it, but I was trying to not die there. What is it? I'm trying to... But that's it for the stream here. Congratulations, Randall, on winning. Just trying to post off a couple of these links. But that's going to be it for today's stream. As far as the links I was talking about, for anyone interested in taking a look at that, there's those two. But otherwise, my next stream's going to be coming up on Sunday here. Unfortunately, this week, when it comes to my streaming schedule, it's going to be a little bit different, to where, I can't stream normally due to Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone that celebrates Thanksgiving, have a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Next time I'll be live is this upcoming Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, I don't have a set schedule yet for next week. Most likely what it's going to shape up to be, I'm definitely streaming Sunday, and then I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as well, but I still have to figure out the times for those 3 days, since it's the last couple weeks for our restaurant here for the season before we close, and our last couple weeks with Thanksgiving, and then we have a lot of Christmas and different parties, to where I ended up working a lot more than I have, for the past month or so. But Thanksgiving's on Thursday here in the US. But either way, when it comes to the whole net neutrality thing, whether, I could be wrong on a couple things that I've said, I definitely won't rule that out, but it's basically just at least do a little bit of research yourself, and more or less the gist of it is they're removing a couple, or not a couple, but they're removing essentially it was put into place 2 years ago officially, you know, to where it does restrict internet service providers from doing certain things to restrict the freedom, for lack of, you know, better words, of the internet. Basically, they're removing that in the hopes of, you know, they're still going to be held accountable for what they do, internet service providers, but to expect a company not to basically be out for their best interest and try to make the most amount of money as possible, and in words like screw over customers, that's a lot of, you know, wishful thinking. Like, I don't blame companies for doing it. Like, I get why they're made to make money, but, you know, it's a slippery slope to expect the best outcome. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you have a very nice holiday if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Otherwise, have a nice, you know, nice week if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But I'll see some of you guys Sunday. Otherwise, have a nice one. And thank you very much for watching. See you around.